do not know why Twitch is doing this to me. Bro, my Wi-Fi isn't that bad. Anyway, welcome to part 3. I wasn't saying anything important when we got cut off last. We are back to Tara's birthday party. It's her 16th birthday party. They're gonna have it in the hotel room because her hotel room is crazily big for some reason. And this is Nick and Charlie. They're getting ready to go to Tara's party. And this is a cute scene. And I think it should be left in. So, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Just read it. Look at it. Admire it. It's just a nice scene. I also just like the whole dynamic of this whole bit. You kind of see in the last episode of Heartstopper, episode 8, where like Nick is carrying Charlie in the sea, and then he like pretends to drop Charlie for a little bit. It's the funniest thing, and I want to see more of that. I want it. It's kind of the best part of the relationship, to be honest. And then boom, Nick drops Charlie, and it's the best thing. It's so funny. I think it's very entertaining and funny, and I think they should add it in the show. And look at Nick's smug face. Just look at it. Sometimes when Alice draws Nick's face like this, all I think about is David, and that's not good. I mean, I know they're brothers, but sometimes it's just like, that's a very David face. I don't wanna be a buzzkill. Yep. So the scene, great, should be in the show. Alright, we'll move on now. Okay, Harry comes to the party, and they're like, ew, Harry, why you here? You're a homophobe. Harry the homophobe, why are you here? And he's like, look, I want to say sorry for my actions. And he's like, it wasn't cool of me to say a slur about Charlie. It wasn't cool at all. And then Charlie's like, look, I'm glad that you realize that being homophobic isn't cool, Harry, but I don't forgive you. You suck, and people like you are the reason I hated myself, so I don't know, goodbye. That's what he basically says. So, yes, slay Charlie, go off. And then they play Truth or Dare, as no little high school bedroom party would be without Truth or Dare. I know some people don't like Truth or Dare. I don't mind it. I think it's fun. I think there's nothing else to do, so why not? I usually pick Truth because I don't want to do any of the dares. The dares are usually nasty. I'm not doing no nasty things. So yeah. And basically, first of all, they dare Charlie to kiss another boy, and the boy is all up for it. He's like, I'm not gay, but I'll do it for the dare. And he's like blushing all stuff. So Harry, his name is not Harry, is it? His name is like Liam or something. I don't know. Something like that. Henry or something. Something like that. Anyway, he's blushing and Charlie's like, no, I'm not gonna kiss you. And he's like, it's fine. I didn't want to be kissed anyway, but not like in a mean way. He's like, okay. And they're like, all right, you can't just deny a dare. And then like, all right, Charlie, do a truth. And then they're like, who gave you the love bite? And then he's like, and then Elle and Tara are like, yo, that's not cool. And like Tara's like, somebody could be outed like that. Don't act stuff like that. And I just love that, so I hope they keep that dialogue in. And then Nick says, I know who, and then he's like, me and Charlie, we're dating! And then everyone is like, oh my gosh, I knew it! And then somebody's like, don't say that, that's rude. And then I'm just gonna read it, because I think all the dialogue here is very accurate, and I want to hear all of it in the show. And they're like, but we were just saying the other day, shh. Really? How long have you been going out? And then Charlie says, a few months. And someone was like, that's crazy. I would have never guessed that Nick's gay. And then he's like, and then another person's like, did you turn him gay? And then Charlie's like, no, he's bi. And then somebody's like, Nick, I didn't know you're gay. And then Nick is like, I'm bi actually, but yeah. And then someone is like, "Aw, you two are so cute together." And they're like, and then he's like, thanks. And then someone's like, so that's why you didn't kiss James. So yeah, I think all of that dialogue is very important and should be there. And then Darcy has been drinking alcohol this whole party. And now she's gonna vomit because she's being irresponsible. She barfs on the teacher's bed because they go to the teachers, which is dumb. You should never go to the teacher. I mean, I'm not. Don't take it my advice. I'm not saying anything about that. Never mind. Oop. I said nothing. Oop. Yeah. So she barfs on the teacher's bed, and this is good because then the teachers end up sharing a bed together. Yeah. And then people are going back into Darcy and Tara's room because it's super big and they're all gonna have a happy sleepover. And then Charlie and Nick are like, nah, we are just gonna go back to our room. And Tao's like, alright, don't have sex in our room. And they're like, what the heck? And then Charlie is like, wow, Nick, you came out to a whole room of people. And he's like, wow, I did, yay. And then they just wrestle for a bit about what side of the bed they're going to sleep on, because they wanted to sleep in the same bed, but since Tao took one side and Ala took another, they could not sleep in the same bed. But now they can. So yeah. And then they make out, and then Charlie's kissing Nick on the neck, and he's like, payback. And then Charlie stops because of Nick's reaction, and Nick was like, wait, no, I liked it. It's just I don't want to do anything other than kissing right now. And then Charlie's like, oh, I wasn't gonna do anything more than kissing. And they're like, oh. Yeah. Yeah, this is just the teachers talking about how, oh, should we get new sheets? And it's like, you just share a bed. I think you should still get new sheets though, because you don't want that stinky, nasty vomit smell on the other bed in the same room as you. Just saying. My opinion. And then this is when they're going back from the Paris trip. They're going back to Angleterre. And this dude is like, are you dating? And they're like, oh yeah, we're dating. And then like, look at him. I think this guy, he's part of the LGBTQ community. And they just inspired him. That's what I think. Because, you know, when you see gay couples be openly gay, it can make you happy. And you're like, wow, they're just being themselves. Wow. And then Charlie searches up how to tell someone you love them, because he wants to confess his love to Nick. And then Nick is looking up about eating disorders because he's concerned about Charlie. And then this, I just took a picture because I want Oliver to be in season 2. This is when they go on the beach day, when they're back at Angleterre. En Angleterre. And I don't know why Charlie's mom looks cool in this drawing. I don't know why. I think she looks cool, but I think she looks cool. And how is Nick so tall? I mean, I guess people are short sometimes. I mean, like, most of the adults that, like, I walk around, they're, like, the same height as me, which is so crazy, because I'm not even tall. I'm not even tall. I'm not even, like, average for a woman. Like, what is going on? Why are you also short? Also, I saved this because it's Elle and her mom, and I want to see Elle's mom. And this is when Elle shares, her Egyptian falafels with her friends. Yeah. And then Charlie gets flustered because he sees Nick's arms. Yeah. Elle talking about her food and sharing it with her friends. Very, very nice. And then they go on the beach. We see Saad again, we see Tara, and we see Darcy. If they don't give this girl, like, a personality, interest, make her, like, awesome, I'm gonna be pissed. Just saying. And then Nick tells Charlie that he thinks that he has an eating disorder in the water when Charlie was about to tell Nick that he loved him. So, yikes. Yep. Yeah. And then they go home, and this is the last time Charlie's gonna see Nick for the rest of the summer because Nick is going on his vacation in a place that I cannot pronounce. Starts with the M though. I think Olivia Coleman, she said in like Macadam or something. I don't know. Charlie says, I love you before leaving, and Nick is in the shower, so he runs out the shower, puts clothes on, not fully dressed, and then he just runs out. And he's not wearing shoes. And I request, please don't torture Kid Connor by not having him run out with his bare feet. Running out on the concrete with your bare feet? Heck no! That is, first of all, I don't want to see your feet. Second of all, like, you could just slip shoes on. It doesn't even matter if you're not wearing them correctly. I've slipped shoes on and not wearing them correctly. Just, and also he wears Vans. Those are the easiest slip-on shoes to put on. Like, come on! Just please give him shoes. Please, 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 please. See, like, look at the mom. She's speaking facts, utter facts. Nick, you could at least put shoes on. That's what I'm saying here. This is what I'm telling the directors. This is what I'm telling everybody. This is what I'm telling the costume, like, people. I hope Kid Connor's like, I'm comfortable running on the concrete barefoot because he needs to be wearing shoes. Like, please, please, for the love of everything holy in the world. And then he's like, I love you too, have a cute moment. He's still barefoot. And then this is when Nick is on his trip and Charlie is trying to call him and stuff. And his mom is being such a jerk. I mean, I get put the phone down and she's like, do your schoolwork and stuff like that. That's all very important and I understand that. But she says some like accusatory stuff that is just like, who do you think you are, Charlie's mom? You suck. Go, I don't know, take a course on how to actually parent people well. Because you're not doing well, can I say it? Let me just say. Charlie's at the cinema with his friends. And they're like, yo, Charlie, what's up? You seem down. And then he ties his shoelace. I don't know, I like that because, like, it's like a reoccurring thing Charlie does. Like, obviously you tie your shoelace, but, like, I feel like it's a recurring thing he does when he's anxious. if that makes sense. David being more of a homophobe, being more of a biphobe, being a nasty person in general. More likely than you think. And then Nick goes to talk to Charlie. David being a jerk once more. Nick is like, have you told your parents about your eating disorder? You potentially having an eating disorder? And then Charlie's like, nope, I can't tell my parents. And he's like, but Charlie, because Nick is very, very, very worried for him. And yeah. So yeah. Yeah. This is just, this whole scene of this and then what's gonna come up next is so, it makes you want to cry, but it's also just like, I love Nick's mom. We love Sarah Nelson. And I hope Olivia Colman comes back for season 2 to play and say what Sarah Nelson does, because, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Sarah basically says that you're 16 and this is a lot for you to handle, and Charlie needs more than just you, needs to depend on more than just you about helping him with his eating disorder. He needs his family, he needs a professional to help him out. And she's like, it's okay that, and I know you care about him so much, but you cannot fix this on your own. It's just this, it's so sweet. She like acknowledges how much Nick cares for him, and she's not like dismissing him in any type of way. She's just the best mom ever. We love that for her. Slay queen. It's just so great. And then she says this line, love can't cure mental illness, which I feel like is so important, not only for children to hear, but adults to hear. Because in a lot of media, there is this portrayal of this person being with this person who is either like is going through a lot of stuff, and they themselves are going through a lot of stuff trying to take care of that person, trying to make sure that person's all right, and they kind of never just show this side, or they don't show it very often enough, okay, and I just think this is so very good. And I can't wait for this. I'm gonna bawl my eyes out to this scene. I just know it. And this is when they're going back to school. I want to see more about Darcy's home life. Because her parents are not only homophobic, but they just are rude and verbally abusive to her. I don't know if physically abusive, but verbally abusive to her. And in general. And this is Tara coming to meet Darcy to go to school. And then Darcy's just like, I need to get out of here. And then Ellen and Tao walking to school together as well. And they're just being all coupley and cute, and we love Ellen and Tao. Teachers are now a couple. And Nick's friends finally are like, yo, we know you have a boyfriend. You're not discreet. We all knew. Yeah. I want to see them. If they're not in season 2, I will be very salty. I literally love them. Then Sahad is here because she's coming to Truman for her sixth form, and she's literally gonna hang out in Nick's friend group. So there's makes no sense why we know so little about her. Just saying. And then Charlie and Nick meet, and this is such a cute scene. Like, this whole scene is just so cute. It's probably one of my favorite moments in the book. It's just adorable. They just like run to each other and then hug. It's the cutest. They're just, oh my gosh, they're so cute. I can't even handle it. And then I just zoomed in on this part. In the background, people are being like, oh my gosh, they're dating. Because the background people in the comic are just so funny sometimes. And I hope they include the same, like, attention of detail in the background people in the show as well. Yeah. And then Nick having daddy issues again, having abandonment issues from his dad, never showing up, not keeping his promises. It's Nick's 17th birthday. As birthday present, Charlie gives back all of Nick's hoodies that he took. Which is pretty cute. I want to see that. And then Charlie also gives Nick a picture of them at the beach, because Nick gave Charlie a picture at the snow, and he gives him a scrapbook to like put pictures of them inside, and it's the cutest thing. It's so cute. Here's the picture. I wonder if it'll be the same as in the book. Probably will, because they like to keep continuity with that kind of stuff, so yeah. And then, and here's another thing I love about Nick. Like, when he gets so overwhelmed with like an emotion, he just wants a hug, and this is what this is right now, and it's adorable. It's the cutest thing ever. What more golden retriever energy is that? Like, and then Nick talks to Charlie about talking to his parents about his eating disorder, and they're going to Charlie's house to talk to his parents. Nick is coming to support him. And then this is Charlie telling his parents about it. And this is what Charlie writes. I'll read it, why not? My mental health has been really bad lately. I've been finding eating really difficult. I feel like there's a voice in my head that's not me, telling me bad things will happen if I eat, or if I do things the wrong way, and that voice has just been getting louder and louder. Sometimes it makes me really stressed or tired or angry, and I think I've been like this for quite a long time, but I just didn't want to admit it. I want to figure out how to manage it, so I was thinking I could go to the doctors. I want to get better. And that's where I think that they should end season 2. I think they should end it because I think after this is a time skip, so it makes sense to end the season here. And also, it's also ending it on a like hopeful note. Especially, yeah, it's ending it on a hopeful note. So I think that's where they should end it. And this is just pictures of Otis, Kristen, the actor who plays Christian, and Otis. But I have a better picture of Otis. See, here's my picture of Otis. And then Nick and Charlie. And then I have Cy. Picture of the actor who plays Cy. I did this because I really, really want to see them in season 2. Nick and Charlie. And then the whole gang. So that was it. that's what I want for season 2. I'm pretty sure I talked about literally everything I want. Yeah. So, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you for dealing with the part 1, 2, and 3 since my internet hates me. And I can't wait to see what they will do for season 2 and how they're gonna end it, like where they're gonna end it in the books, if they're gonna do book 3 and 4, or they're just gonna do book 3. It will be really interesting. Can't wait to see the cast performance. Just can't wait. So, pretty excited. Hopefully one day I'll finish my Heartstopper fan art and then I'll put it on my main channel. A speed paint video of me talking about, like, probably just things I like about Heartstopper or something while the speed paint video is playing. So, yeah. Thank you for watching my stream and this video, because I'm turning into a video. Like and subscribe on this channel, JMC World, and on my main channel, the JMC Girl. I post art and animatics on there, and will be posting Heartstopper stuff on there as well. Goodbye! Whoop whoop whoop!